Hey, welcome to Authors Night Live, a show where we dive into the stories behind the books and the brilliant minds that created them. I am your host, Dr. Talisha Berry, bringing you inspiring stories from extraordinary authors. Tonight, we welcome Dr. Gail James, a licensed clinical therapist, pastor, and the author of You Can Heal, Navigating from Trauma to Triumph. With a passion for guiding survivors from pain to purpose, she blends clinical expertise, faith, and personal experience to help others heal and thrive. Get ready for an insightful conversation. Let's welcome Dr. Gail James.
Good evening. Good evening. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I am doing well. It's a pleasure to be with you tonight.
Yes, it is. And you know, I am super excited about you and this book. It has been a journey. It has been an awesome, amazing time working with you.
Yes, it has been a journey, but we're here.
Yes, we are here. And I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, allowing me to be with you, to walk you through the publishing of not only this book, but your previous book. So it's been a pleasure working with you. You have definitely become one of the most amazing, just true to my heart person that I've had an opportunity to work with. And I appreciate you so very, very much.
Likewise.
So tell me about not only tell me about this book, but tell me about you. You are a very busy woman. You are a clinical Christian therapist and a pastor. So this is a lot. You are the busiest woman ever. How do you have time to write? Tell us about your publishing journey from all the books that you've done to working with me. So what tell me about this journey?
It has been a pleasure working with you. I normally fuss a little bit, but I get it done. And I love that you motivate me and you push me. Even when I'm like, you push me. And so I'm able to what I desire, I can see it manifest. And so it's just been awesome. I mean, running the businesses, doing all that I do. But when you know that there is a story to be told and it's going to benefit others, you find a way to do it.
Yes, I'm a little bit of a pusher. People always say that about me, but I when I see that there's something that's in you and that if I could help any way to push it on out of you, that's what I'm going to do. So I appreciate you for just believing in me and just going forward and getting this done. It has been in this book right here. I know the first one, the first book, but this book right here, let me just pull it on up. It is an amazing piece. You can heal. And I love it. It's such a heart book and talking about healing, talking about how to move forward in healing. So let's talk about that. It's a powerful title. You can heal. That's dead on. That's straight telling somebody you can get over whatever you have gone through. You can heal. You can get through it. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the message of your book.
The message of my book was instrumental because after going through all of the childhood trauma, getting into my adulthood, and the timing and the way God strategized it. Because as you know, this book was supposed to already been done last year, and then I got sick. And a lot of people don't know that I was on my sick bed for 7 months. You knew, I told you, and I kept you abreast. And the I remembered. I don't know if you remember, but I'm gonna remind you how profound it was. I called you and I said, I'm back. I'm back. I'm ready to go. And you said, you sure you don't want to add nothing else to the book because you know it's about this? And I'm like, what? You say you can heal. And I was like, oh my gosh. I named the book You Can Heal. And I was sick for 7 months. And they were saying I needed open heart surgery to live. And here I stand without open heart surgery, supernatural healing. And so that was instrumental. You don't know what, like when you said it, you jerked something inside of me. And it made me realize, like, oh wow, this was all God.
Yes. And it's all about timing. God knew that you had to go through what you went through and be off for 7 months. We put the book down on hold till you could go through that process. And so when I said, okay, when you called me, I said, yeah, okay, something else needs to be part of this book because the story was not finished. Yes. So God knew. So thank you for moving forward and adding more to this story because it was more. And sometimes that just happens. People always ask me, when do I finish writing the book? When you feel it in your spirit, when you know that it's time, but it wasn't time. When we finished that, when we first thought we finished the book, it was not, it was ready to go.
It wasn't time.
You gotta wait. And so God knew it was more to the story and more to share with people about healing. So we have some comments here. Let's see who's here. Dr. Diana Marie is here. She says most people don't heal because they do not want to admit they need healing. Wow.
That is so true. Because you cannot conquer something you don't confront. Mm-hmm. You can't conquer it if you don't confront it. You have to first be able to confront it, and then you can conquer it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So you say that you call trauma a lingering emotional shadow. That's the first step someone can take. What is the first step someone can take to moving forward out of that shadow?
Identifying. When you finally can look in the mirror and say, this is not normal. I need healing. There is some things that are not right. Then is when you can start the healing journey. Without that, you cannot start the healing journey. You're in disbelief. It's just unfortunate, but a lot of us live in that mask. We carry a mask. We put a mask on every day. And when someone asks, how you doing? Blessed and highly favored. I'm doing awesome, but you're dying on the inside.
And so many of us have that. We don't understand how to get to the place where we know we need healing. Sometimes it's people, we just go on year after year after year, knowing we have things that's just burning inside. We don't even, how do you get to the point where you just say, you know what, I need to stop and get some healing for this issue that I've been dealing with for a long time? How do you get to that point? And how do you get to the point where you need to get healing?
When you start, for me, I saw where I started impacting others. I was bleeding on everybody I came in contact with, my husband, my children, and they did nothing to me. So I had to recognize, okay, it's the trauma. And every time I'm re-triggered from these childhood trauma, I bleed on these people that didn't do anything to harm me. You have to know your hurters and your healers, because there's a difference. Some people come to heal you and some people come to hurt you. You have to know the difference.
Say that again. Some people are your hurters and some people are your healers, and they all there.
Yes.
Wow.
You got to know the difference, because a lot of times what we do is the healers, we hurt the healers because we're still hurting. And so now we're self-sabotaging, we have no trust issues, and we're lashing out and we're bleeding on those people, and they come to heal us.
Well, that's what they say. Hurt people hurt people. So you got to get healed.
Yes, you do.
From that hurt.
Yes, you do.
So what are some of the things that you do as a clinical therapist, Christian clinical therapist? What are some of the things that you do to get people on that healing journey?
One of my major things is forgiveness, because a lot of us want an apology, and we won't forgive because we want an apology. God told me the most profound thing: forgive for an apology you'll never get. The apology is not for, it's not for them, it's for you. The forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. So you looking for an apology that you're not gonna get, and you're holding on to something that is tearing you up inside. You're miserable. There's no peace. There's no joy. Meanwhile, the person that you're angry at is living their best life.
Mhm.
No, forgive people for an apology you'll never get, so that you can now live healed. I have a retreat coming up, and it's named She Leads Healed. And the reason I name it that is because a lot of us are leading, whether in business, whether in church, whether we're leading hurt, and we're bleeding on people.
Mm.
The more we get healed, the better. The better.
Mm. Wow. So tell me about this retreat.
So the retreat is April 4th through the 6th. It's on the beach in Jacksonville, Florida. There
Ooh.
is going to be group sessions, individual sessions. There is going to be massages. There is going to be intentional healing, where there are things that we're going to work on, so that by the time you leave, you will know, you will be leaving with skills, strategies, coping skills that can help you in your healing journey, that you can move on. It includes this book you can hear, and the workbook. And we work on the book and the workbook. Breakfast and dinner will be catered every day. There is also a special surprise for everybody. And I also just opened up, so those that don't want to stay the whole weekend, we have a Friday from 3 p.m. to Saturday at 12 noon event that they could come and stay in the conference room, and we are going to sow into them. There's going to be prophetic impartation, there's going to be deliverance, healing, and there is going to be counseling.
Mm. This sounds like something I need to be. It sounds like something a lot of people would want to get. So give that information again. We don't have a flyer, but give that the dates and the information and how they get to
You can
be part of that.
email me at drgailjames@gmail.com. It's DR as in doctor, GAILJAMES @gmail.com for information on the conference. It's once again, it's April 4th through the 6th. And there is two options. You can stay for the whole weekend, or you can come and just leave, just do the conference part of it. But I promise you, when you come, you will receive prophetic impartation, divine healing, deliverance, and counseling.
Awesome. Awesome. Make sure y'all get to this retreat. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. What's the date?
April 4th through the 6th.
Okay, April 4th through the 6th. Make sure y'all go to Dr. Gail James, contact her, DM her, email her so that you can get there. Now let's talk more about healing. Healing isn't like a straight path. You know what I mean? What are some of the or let's tell me a story that somebody inspired you with their healing journey of resilience and how they may have overcome. I'm a story person. Those stories are what Courageous Woman is built on. Empowering stories that help women see that there's someone else who has experienced what they have, that they're experiencing, and that helps them.
My story is inspiring, but I would say my daughter's story is inspiring. My daughter was born disabled, and she is still disabled. She is in a wheelchair. She is in diapers. They said she wouldn't live past on May 31st of this year. She will be 35 years old. But she has the most, she does not exhibit sadness. She is the happiest child. She knows she cannot walk. She knows, but she is so happy, and she has peace and joy. And so when I look at her, what I think of is I shouldn't have anything to complain about. Because in her condition, and she is just as happy as you can be. And so that's my motivation. My baby is my motivation. She pushes me. She makes me want to do better and be great. And actually my healing journey started because of her.
Wow.
Every all the trauma, I decided to create healthy boundaries and start living where I would not be abused, rejected, abandoned anymore because of her. When she came along, I understood I was not no longer living for myself.
Mm. Wow. You know, a lot of people struggle with shame and self doubt after trauma. And you're a trauma specialist, an expert in trauma. What are some simple things they can do to start the rebuilding the confidence?
Start. I had to start because I used to do the same thing. You start. You believe people opinions of you, and I have a saying: people opinions of you don't have to become your reality. And so what I started doing was, for every negative thing someone says about me, oh, there's my sister. For every negative thing someone says about me, what I put in my head is something positive. So, because we can be our worst critic. And so what I would do is, okay, that may be my weakness, but I have a strength here. I am good at this. I am good at that. And eventually, and those affirmations, and you say it every day and you look in the mirror, eventually you start believing them and you start living them out. And you see your behavior change. It changes. Because now you're understanding, okay, this is really, I don't have to be this person. It's not what everybody says. We have to get out of the mindset of living our lives for people.
Mm.
And that shame is the shame is real. People can make you feel like you are no good. Self-esteem is my self-esteem was under my shoe. It was there. But now I'm not there anymore because I started believing the things that the Bible says about me, the things that God, the promises God made all my life. That God said, I'm the head and not the tail. I'm the lender and not the borrower. I'm above and not beneath. I'm a king's kid. I'm his precious jewel. And once you start believing those things, it's hard to go back to shame.
Mm-hmm. So where they got to go to get that? The word, right?
The word, the
Go
word.
to the word for that. Yes, that's true. That's where you're going to get your confidence, because people are not concerned about you like that. Like like you said earlier about the herders. There's herders, there's healers, there's people going to continue to be in your life in every. And I know for me, there's people at every part of my journey from childhood even to adults who will, they're herders, and that's what they came to do. But you got to be strong and confident enough to move past that, and to know who you are and who you are in God. So so
But
you do a lot.
I think that one of the things that we don't do, Talisha, is we don't understand that they are doing their job. They are doing their assignment. They are on assignment. Their assignment is to break you down. Their assignment is to make you feel like you are not it. So if they are on assignment and they are doing these things, make them become your motivation. So I make my haters my motivators. If you say I can't do it, I'm like, bet that. Let's see that. Okay, watch me.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you say I can't do, I promise you I'm going to set out to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So make it your motivation. Don't take it and build it up and be angry, but make it motivate you to do more, to be more. And before you know it, you'll be living out your dreams.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Now you do a lot, from therapy to ministry to speaking to advocacy. to being a best-selling author. And we waiting today, y'all. Y'all need to go and get this book today on Amazon right now. Go get You Can Heal by Dr. Gail James. Right now, it is on sale. We are pushing her to bestseller because that's where this book needs to be. You need to grab your copy right now. Go get the digital copy. It's just $2.99. Just go there and get it right now. Now, how do these roles as therapists, ministries, speaker, advocacy, advocate, how do these roles connect in the way that you help people? How do they all blend together? Because you're doing a lot, but you're utilizing every aspect of your platform, from being a speaker and an advocate and a best-selling author. How are you building and blending all of that together to help and heal people?
I think it's my purpose. Because when I look at my life, everything that I have my hands in directly relates to my trauma. So what I tell people is God will take the same thing. Understand this. Whatever is your biggest adversary right now, whatever is giving you the most hell, the most pain, the most trouble, that is where your purpose is. My trauma, it was abuse, it was childhood sexual abuse, it was suicide attempts, it was domestic violence, and I'm doing something in every one of those areas. It was my daughter being disabled and can't care for herself, so I have home health agencies, I have mental health agencies for people that are struggling with depression and suicide. So every single thing that the enemy tried to kill me with, God turned it around for my good, and I'm using it for my purpose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you say spirituality is the best way to get unstuck,
yeah,
and to get free of your pain.
You have to have faith. The world can beat you down. It can beat you down. And if you're not anchored or grounded in something, you will not know how to get up. It's sort of like being in quicksand. And when you finally get anchored in the Lord, you're like, "Oh, I got it. I got it. I'm not going to lose this battle if I just stay right here. If I just trust him." And so we have to get in that mindset. The Bible says he works everything out for the good of those who love the Lord. If you love the Lord, it's going to work out for your good, but you have to believe that. Because see, you can say it all you want to, but if you don't believe it, hey.
As a publisher, I had talked to so many people that say, I'm ready to tell my story. They've been through some very painful things in their lives and they want to put the story out. But I always stress to them, that's not the reason that you should write the book. When we're talking about people who have pain, but they want to share the pain, but I think I'm always telling them, you got to find your purpose in your pain first, then you tell your story. So a lot of them get stuck right there and they like, but Talisha, what is my purpose? I've been through some hell over here with this, that, and the other. How do I see if that has purpose? So let's talk a little bit about that from your perspective as a clinician and clinical therapist, as well as a pastor. Let's talk about the journey from pain to purpose.
Your purpose. A lot of people don't understand your pain is what's going to lead you to your purpose. Mm-hmm. I remember preaching a sermon and I said, pain should be your best friend. Mm-hmm. We don't like pain. We don't like feeling uncomfortable. But what if I tell you, in order to get to your purpose, there's going to be some pain and there's going to be some uncomfortability, but that's part of the process. So if you try to skip through that, you'll never get to purpose. You gotta go through it. And it looks different for all of us. Mm-hmm. Some of the things I went through, people look at me and they're like, are you serious? Why are you not on drugs? Why are you not strong? But you know what? God will never give you more than you can bear. and he knows just what you can handle. And so pain, yeah, it starts out with pain, but there's a process. And if you go through the process, then you'll get to purpose. And once you get to purpose, that's when you're doing that thing that it's like, wow, I feel it's not about the money. It's about the reward of helping others, seeing others come out of something. My reward, I have 2 nonprofits, and they provide for women that have been through domestic violence, women that have been through sexual abuse, and we provide free services for them. That is my purpose. I love to help people because it reminds me of what I didn't have when I was going through. So I am now able to give back to people what I didn't have. And that's all the purpose I need.
Wow. Miss Everett says, wow, pain should be your best friend. I have never heard that, but that's profound. That's real because it's the pain. Like you said, it's going to help you get through it. You can't go over it. You can't go around it. You can't skate backwards or around. No, you got to go through it. That is how you're going to get to the other side. Period. Point blank.
Pain. If you make pain your best friend, it will no longer be a headache when it comes. When it comes, you're already in the mindset of, okay, I see it for what it is, what I need to do to get up out of this. Because a lot of us miss our moment, and our moment becomes a memory because we stuck in what used to be. Deal with the now. And whatever it is, good, bad, or indifferent, I promise you, if you go through it, you will get to where you need to be. Destiny and purpose is waiting on you.
Wow. Not only are you a phenomenal woman, pastor, preacher, all of the things, you also help and encourage other women who want to help other women. You know what I'm saying? So give us a little bit of advice. There's women listening that, feel compelled that they have gone through things in their lives, but they want to help other women. What's your best advice and strategy to help, other coaches or other women who may be in ministry that want to help other women who have gone through?
I would say heal. That's number one. And once you heal, then you can help someone else. But in helping someone else, there is a difference with empathy and sympathy. And I talk about that in some of my classes, because if you have sympathy, you're not helping, you're crippling. If you have empathy, you're helping. So you can have empathy for a person and you don't want to see them hurt and you help them through. But when you have sympathy and you're doing everything for them, you're being a crutch and they'll never learn how to get up on their own. So you can have empathy and say, okay, I've been there. I know what it is. This is how you do it. And teach them, but don't do it for them.
Right. Wow. Because you really can't do it for them. They got to be able to go through it and do it for themselves. We have so many women who are looking, that I've talked to a few of them to tune in today, because I know you was going to give it. You're going to give some word. So give us some encouraging word for those women who need to be healed. First of all, you need to go get the book. But she's going to give you some healing advice today.
I would say the number one thing is get rid of the shame and the guilt. We get stuck and stagnant in a place of shame and guilt, and we start to self-sabotage. So everything that comes along looks like what's been. Discernment, your healers and your herders. There's some people that come to heal you, and there's some people that's what they are there for. They're like Judas. Judas in the Bible had his job, and he did his job. He betrayed Jesus. There's some people that are herders. But you have to know the difference. And the only way you will know the difference is by getting healed. Healing looks different for everyone. Some people healing looks like art therapy. Some people healing looks like music therapy. Some people healing looks like journaling. Some people healing looks like prayer, meditation, and fasting. What does healing look like to you? But whatever it looks like, it needs to bring you to a place of peace and restoration. When you are restored and no longer broken, and you become whole again, you are the best authentic version of yourself. And when you become the best authentic version of yourself, miracles happen. You can move mountains, things you never thought you could do. So I would encourage everybody, we all have something we desire to do, but fear and the fear of rejection and abandonment and being cast down hold us back. Don't let nothing hold you back in this season. Whatever God has given you to do it. He said destiny and purpose was in you before your mother formed you in your womb. Your hands are blessed. Your mind is blessed. Every thought, everything you put your hands, your mind, and your heart to is blessed. Just trust God and step out on faith. A lot of us have dreams and goals and desires, and we just sitting on it. You want to write a book? Write the book. Stop delaying. Stop hesitating. Write the book. Too much of our lives are focused on what people think. Don't let someone else's opinion of you become your reality.
Miss Everett also says, do you talk about that in your book, pain being your best friend?
I don't think I talk about it in this, but I did. I think I talked about it in Pit to the Palace.
Okay. Well, that means you got to go to Amazon and get both the books, Miss Everett.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to grab both the books. We do have that book. That's our first book from the Pit to the Palace. It is also available on Amazon. So when you go and You Can Heal, grab that one too. The digital copy is what we are asking people to buy today because we're getting her to bestseller status. So make sure that you go and grab You Can Heal on Amazon today. We are going to get this book to #1 tonight. So go there right now and grab your copy. Go to Amazon.com. Go to Dr. Gail James' book, You Can Heal, and get it. It's only $2.99. So, Dr. Gail, you have done some amazing things. And of course, I want to talk about you being on the cover of Courageous Woman many times. This is probably our second or third time. Every time we do a book or got something special going on, I am pleased to have you and to share your story. This is her latest story in Courageous Woman magazine. You can go to our website at courageouswomanmag.com and read her full story. It's an amazing story. She has an amazing journey. Put it that way. She has a story, but I'm not going to tell you all the story. You got to go there and read it, and you got to grab the book today. Yes. Dr. Gail is also a queen, woman of achievements. And I'm going to tell about all your accomplishments.
You remember that?
Yes, she is a queen. Say your title.
I ran for Mrs. International Woman of Achievement, and I represented the U.S. Virgin Islands, and that was the first time the U.S. Virgin Islands was represented, and I won.
Yes, she did. I was there. It was an amazing pageant. Shout out to Marlena Martin, who is the director of Women of Achievement, and all of our sister queens. You have continued to do great things. Even this past week, couple of days ago, you was in Times Square. Yes, Times Square. This book, when I saw that, I'm like, oh my goodness. She is out there doing. I'm so proud of you and all the work that you do. Continued success to all the amazing things that you have done and will continue to do. Thank you for being you and being a blessing to so many people, including me.
You're a blessing to me as well. And don't forget the presidential award. Remember I got
Yes, all of this. You just doing so much. I don't have a photo up of that, but yes, the presidential award. That's
Lifetime
the
presidential
amazing thing.
award. Yes, I did, from
From
Kamala
President Biden.
and assistant and vice president Kamala.
Yes. Thank you for mentioning that. Yes, she has an enormous amount of accomplishments because of the work that she has continued to do to support people worldwide. So, I mean, she's from the U.S. Virgin Islands representing and representing Virgin Islands and Florida. So continue to support her, especially today. You know, I'm going to keep saying it. Go to Amazon.com and get this book. You Can Heal. Yeah, she got it in her hand right there. That is what we're talking about today. You Can Heal. Go to Amazon.com and grab that book. We appreciate you and all the ladies who are on here right now. Miss Everett says, I just purchased it. Yes. Thank you.
Miss Everett.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you,
yes, they're purchasing the book. Go and grab your books right now. We appreciate all of your support. Continuing to support her in her mission. The best way to get to where you want to go is support somebody else. So go ahead and support her today and grab a copy of You Can Heal today on Amazon. So I want to find out from you how's the best way to connect with you so that people may want to be a part of all the things that you do.
They can go to the website that listed below, www.drgailjames.com, or email me at drgailjames@gmail.com, and I'll be sure to respond, or my assistant will be sure to respond to you.
Awesome. Yes, make sure you do that. Make sure you go to courageouswomanmag.com. You can read her story and more about what we do here at Courageous Woman and Authors Night Live. If you want to be a guest on Authors Night Live, all you got to do is email us at info@courageouswomanmag.com or go to our website. You'll find that information right there. That link is not up here, but it's info@courageouswomanmag.com. So I thank you, Dr. Gail. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being the woman of God that you are. Thank you for just sharing in your stories and allowing me to publish it. Yes. I just love you so much.
This is the third time we work together.
Well, we work together on other things, but this is our second book.
No, the Passion and Purpose with the women from
actually fourth book.
Yes.
Actually, it's a couple of books.
Yes.
Yeah. Passion and Purpose. I don't have that up here right now, but that was the first book. There was an anthology with two other amazing women that's part of our network. Vanessa Farrell, yes, and Johanna Samuel, both were part of the visionaries for Passion and Purpose. That's another book that I had the pleasure of working with 21 women, or 21 women, I'm sorry, 21 women from the U.S. Virgin Islands. So that was amazing. It was amazing for me to get an opportunity to go to the Virgin Islands. That was wonderful as well. So thank you for that. And you also were in our new book. I got it sitting right here.
Yes.
Yes, you did have a part of that book too. We'll be talking about that during Women's History Month. So if anyone wants to be part of our Women's History Month edition of Courageous Woman magazine, that's coming up. You'll get a chance to be on our panels. We'll be having weekly panels starting March 4th. Every Tuesday night, we will be right here with some amazing women talking about we have some amazing topics, and we'll probably continue that on after March. But we have some courageous women that will be part of our Women's History Month print edition that will be available on Amazon, as well as being part of the magazine, part of the awards. We have some awards actually. So our global women trailblazers, we are dealing with a lot of women. These women are out here trailblazing. So I always want to honor the women who are part of our network, who come here and share their stories. That's what Courageous Woman Magazine is built on. Courageous women. Yeah. So you'll hear a lot of them, a lot of the women that have been part of our network for a long time. It's been 14 years. So we are honoring some of those women. So if you want to be a part of the award, you want to be part of that issue, make sure you go to courageouswomanmag.com and get that information. You got to hurry because we are closing this issue right now. So again, I want to thank you, Dr. Gail, for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being on Authors Night Live. This is an extension of what we do at Courageous Woman Magazine, because I am a publisher, so I put it all together. And I love authors, so I want to make sure that we give a platform special for our authors. So that is our show tonight, and it has been an incredible conversation. And a huge thank you to you, Dr. Gail. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for this powerful book, You Can Heal, Navigating from Trauma to Triumph. Again, make sure y'all go to Amazon and grab the book right now. Until next time, keep writing, keep dreaming, and stay inspired. I am your host, Dr. Talisha Berry. Make sure you go to our website, courageouswomanmag.com, to learn more about what we do at Courageous Woman Magazine. Again, I thank you, and I'm going to say goodnight. Got any last words?
Be great. Just be
great. She said it.
Be great.
Be great. Be healed. Be healed.
Yes.
That's what we need. We need to be healed from all the things.
If you're healed, you can be great.
Yes. If you can heal, you can be great.
Yes.
Sometimes that's all is needed, is to go through and just be healed from some of the trauma that we've experienced.
Yes.
Please believe me, I know that for a fact. But thank you all those who are watching and those who share their comments. We appreciate you for
sharing. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you. I saw a lot of my people.
Yes, I saw them. So thank you all, and we are going to say good night.
Good night.